I'm here at my lot getting loaded up and getting ready to head down to the Keys. I'm going to start out heading south down the interstate, down to Fort Myers and Naples. From there, I'm going to cross the Everglades, head over to Miami, stop there for lunch, and then from there start heading into the Keys. Probably first stop will be Key Largo, and then down to Islamorada tonight, and then tomorrow morning going to head to Marathon where the customer's boat is. So about to get going and excited to get the day started. So I'm at my first stop on this little trip in the middle of the Everglades on Alligator Alley, which is basically a road that goes through the Everglades in the middle of nowhere. So I'm about an hour out from Miami and ready for some lunch. But thought I'd stop for a quick break and take a quick look around with the drone. Not a whole lot to see. Probably saw about 100 gators along the road, along the way. I was moving too fast to really get a picture of them, but not much else out here. Yeah, so this was the best frozen margarita in Florida. I know that's a bold claim, but trust me on this. So good. So Lime Mexican Fresh Grill in Miami. Fantastic, highly recommend. It's always a stop for us on the way down to Key West, kind of a halfway point coming from Tampa, but never disappoints. All right, so we are leaving the mainland right now on Highway 1. It's kind of the last stop before you get onto Key Largo. I'm going to stop in Key Largo here in a bit and try and take some drone shots, but quite a few people headed south on a Sunday, surprisingly. So this is the first bridge. You can see Highway 1 marker. And let's see here, it says 20 miles to Key Largo, 41 Islamorada, and 122 to Key West. All right. Well, everything was going so well, and then traffic just stopped. So anybody that knows anything about Highway 1 knows it's one way in, one way out, and it's just a two-lane road for a good chunk of it. So any issue whatsoever can quickly back up traffic for miles. I've only got another 7 miles until my next stop in Key Largo, but GPS is telling me that's going to take half an hour. So, in the meantime, I'll be sitting here. Stopped. All right, just crossed into Monroe County. Traffic's moving a little bit, but still not fast. Okay, so I just passed over the first bridge into Key Largo. That stop there was Gilbert's Resort and Marina, a real popular spot. There's a bridge that goes through, crossing between the Gulf and the Atlantic, so there's all kinds of boat traffic going through there. So usually one of the first major tourist stops along this route. Like I said, I am now in the city of Key Largo. I've got one other spot picked out. I want to try and get some drone shots on the way south. All right. Headed there next. Congestion, you don't say. So this is what most of this drive, probably for the next 20 miles, looks like. You really can't see the water unless you get above it. So this is just Key Largo. There's mangroves on either side of the road, kind of blocking your view. All right, we're in Tavernier. Only 7 more miles to go until our stop for this evening. Nice and quiet on a Sunday evening now. Once we got past Key Largo, really quite a bit less traffic. So really beautiful island drive here on South. So I'm here in Islamorada at the Pelican Marina and Resort. This is our last stop for today. Tomorrow we're gonna head on down to Marathon, but they were kind enough to give me a free drink ticket to the bar when I checked in, so I'm gonna go use that now and go hang out. So just a beautiful quiet spot here. So got a couple drone shots going over the place, but it's just a beautiful evening down here in the Keys. Have a good night. Good morning. Just packed up and left the resort at Key Largo, the Pelican Inn and Marina. So now I just crossed over the first bridge to Upper Matacumbe Key, and from here going to go on to Lower Matacumbe. There's a stop there with a memorial, a hurricane memorial. There was some road construction crew, World War I veterans down here in the 30s trying to construct the overseas highways. And some of the original piers that they were working on when the hurricane struck are still there, and that's right where the water starts getting real pretty down here too. And then from there we're going to head on to Marathon and meet up with the customer and hopefully get this boat job taken care of. If you're in the Keys, stop at Robbie's. This is where you can feed the giant tarpon. All right, so there are those road piers out there I was talking about. I'll try to fly over them with the drone. And Veterans Key is over there. But I'm gonna walk down over here. There's supposed to be a memorial. All right, 1934, 600 veterans were out here trying to build the overseas highway. 1935. Labor Day hurricane, 20-foot waves destroyed the camp and the railroad, and almost all who were at that camp perished in that storm. And those piers out there are all that's left. So this is the original bridge, originally a railroad bridge, then converted to auto traffic, one way. They would switch directions every half hour. New bridge on this side, and you can actually see the water aqueduct that supplies all of the lower Keys with their water. Okay, that stop was really cool for me. A little bit of a history nerd, so always wanted to stop here, but on our trips to Key West, we're usually in such a hurry to get down there. We don't ever stop along the bridges, but just a somber place, knowing so many people died here during that storm, but just beautiful and calm today. So I'm really glad I took the time to stop and take some photos. So I'm about 30 minutes, it's telling me, away from Marathon, so gonna take the last few bridges to pull on in there and get started on that boat finally. Made it to Marathon at the customer's house. He did give me permission to video his boat, so I'm gonna get the tank cleaned out and then take a few videos once we get started. .34 sport boat. Beautiful red. All right, we've got about 30 gallons of diesel out so far. This guy says he's been getting some water and sludge in the bottom, so we're just going to empty the tank and vacuum it out. Luckily close enough we could just run the hose to the boat, so should be pretty quick job. All right, that was a relatively quick job for the trip. It took me about an hour, clean out the guy's tank. He's getting fresh diesel this afternoon and going to send him on his way. Another really cool boat, a 34 Game Fisher. The guy's just taking immaculate care of it. Super nice. It's a pretty funny retirement community. Everybody was all smiles down here in the Keys. 79 degrees in February. So now I'm headed back to Key Largo, going to grab some lunch there, and then from there head back to Tampa. So I am pumped, just pulled up in Key Largo to Mrs. Mac's Kitchen. Best blackened fish sandwich in the Keys, hands down. So I'm gonna head over there, hopefully the line's not too long today. I'm starving, so this should be good. All right, what are we doing here? We've gotta do the fish of the day sandwich. Oh yeah. Now that's a fish sandwich. And lastly, trip to the Keys not complete with a piece of key lime pie. Well, that's about it for this trip. Mrs. Mac's and the Keys both did not disappoint. That is consistently the best fish sandwich that you're gonna get in the state of Florida. Always fresh, always well seasoned. So I've got about a 6-hour drive from here in Key Largo back to Tampa. Lucky for you, my GoPro is about out of battery. It's sick of looking at my face. So we'll see you next time.